Somebody was at my door. Prime Amazon. Who don't like Prime Amazon? And I think it's some of my little gear that I'm trying to go big bossing on YouTube. Some camera stuff. Because right now I'm using my phone. But eventually I'm going to use the big thing. Because I like doing this because I want to keep you connected with proper fitness. But anyway, where was I? So I called the doctor and he said, you know, this is my cell number, right? I said, I apologize, but you come highly recommended. And I've been diagnosed with bilateral in need of hip replacement. And so he said, call my office and we'll go from there. So he gave me his office number. And so when I called his office number, I asked what insurance he carries. Well, I didn't carry that insurance. So in the HMO field and my occupation, I had to wait till open season. Of course, open season is always at the end of the year, which is November. Mind you, this is spring. So I had to wait until November to transfer over my health insurance. But of course, remember, after open season, the new insurance doesn't kick in until January. I'm like, I can make it, because my hips by now were really rubbing, really stiff. I had a couple of more months for work. I was counting my vacation time, my sick leave time. I'm at work. I'm still hustling out there, and I still have my studio open at the time too. I did close my fitness studio up in all of this because I needed to get this done. In June, I closed it up. I worked up until October because I had all that extra 7 months of vacation and sick leave accumulated to where I can at least take those months off, because like I said, I was down to practically barely making it out the bed, out the door, into my job and doing my work. But I think I made it. I did make it because I'm here now. But anywho, after open season, I called and signed up for the insurance that he carried, but you also have to have the group that he's in. Not only that, you have to have the primary physician in the same group. So I had my homework to be done, because at first I signed up with just the Aetna, the Blue Cross, just the insurance itself, thinking that he's just going to take the insurance. Nope. So when I went into my primary doctor, I had my physical and everything like that, and I told him what orthopedic that I wanted, but I blew that first month. That primary did not go with that orthopedic in his group. He didn't have that same group. So I wasted a month, because that's how HMOs work. You get a treatment and then you have to wait, because I had already had my physical. So I had to wait. I did my homework again and definitely searched and searched. I had to work backwards. Instead of my primary, I had to find his group and then find what primary has his group. So after I contacted and said my problems, and then I almost got another glitch, because they don't cover 50 miles out. So if if I lived 60 miles out, I probably would have been in some trouble. But I'm only, I think 35 miles out, and 40 miles. But the traffic is kind of, crazy in California. I think I'm babbling, but anyway, I got there and got everything situated. Had another physical with my primary that I have now. Told her my situation. Basically, I told her that I only have you because my orthopedic is in your group. So you're chosen because you got the same orthopedic in your group that I need. And she understood, and she referred me over to him for my surgery, because everything else is clear. I'm a pretty healthy person, except those bones just like, they're like the Flintstone rock wheels. They're like really bad. No symmetry at all. They're just rocks. Got little bone spurs out on them and everything. But anyway, the exercise that I've been doing is for strengthening my quads, strengthen a little bit of my lower back. I usually take these furniture movers and be on the floor, but I'm gonna show you here in the bed so it's a little bit more comfortable. And this is how stiff I am. I want you, those that are in need of hip replacement, it is no joke. I waited too long to wear practically, I've been needing 2 walking canes because both of my hips are such in bad shape. Hard-headed, thinking I can do it, I'm tough, I'm good. No, get it done. I can't wait to see the results. But anyway, what I've been doing, and it feels good to exercise, but when you finish and when you sit down and when you get back up, oh my gosh, stiff, 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 stiff. You put a furniture mover underneath your heel and just glide it out and glide it back. I'm going to take this furniture mover off because it's easier on this nice fit, smooth comforter. So you slide it out, relax the head. I'm working my quads right here, sliding it in and back. And the other one, I have to work both of them. So I'm building my quad here and getting some mobility in my hip joint, and then I would lift. And funny thing is, my left I can lift, but on my right is so bad I have to lift on the inner thigh. Going front is very, very, very painful. Even when I started out doing this exercise, this I couldn't go extend it all the way down. It was so clicked in here, just so tight that I have to relax and breathe. Relax and breathe and let it fall into place. Literally fall into place, relax it into place, and then hoist that muscle up again and pull it in. Do about 10 of those. You lift about 10, and then I slid out my leg. I can only got that motion. Sliding it out, bringing it back. Slide out, bringing it back. That loosens up, that keeps the joint kind of loosened, because when it's stiff, oh my gosh, give me the oil can, please, like the Tin Man. That's how I feel, like the Tin Man on the Wizard of Oz. Slide it out, about 10 of those, and do your bridges. I usually touch my heel if I can, and then do a bridge. That's how far I can go, because my hip is literally like this. It has a V because it can't extend out. It's not flat, it dips because it's just so caught up in there. And you squeeze all the way through. This is good for the back. Even if you don't have issues, hip issues, it's still very good for the back. And lift as high as you can. I can't go too much higher because of my impingement here. And then those are great to do. And you sit up and do the same thing. This is a little bit more advanced when you sit up and lift that quad up there. And the other one I can barely do. But the more I do it, the stronger that muscle is to hold that joint. Now I'm going to show you how I really walk, because when I search YouTube on all this information about hip placement, I can never see the beginning on how the people walk. They showed after the surgery, but I'm going to show you how I walk.